I think I may have done that wrong. I heard my name, I just came out. Thank you for that kind introduction, and thank you for inviting me to be with you here tonight. It is truly an honor to introduce this next generation of bright, talented young musicians. These young men and women have worked extraordinarily hard, and their passion and dedication deserves to be rewarded. So before we even begin, let's give them a round of applause. Now, it might be hard to believe, but I once myself was a young artist. I was an emerging artist, and I still consider myself to be an aspiring one. And I want to tell you a story that will illustrate why tonight means so much to me. When I was a young drama student in junior high school in Southern California, I met the great actor Jack Lemmon at a workshop that I attended that he was running. And after I performed a scene in front of him, he walked up to me, put his hand on my shoulder, and he said, "That was a touch of terrific." He said, "No, you got it, kid. You should go to New York and study acting because you're a born actor." Now, mind you, I was just 13 years of age. It was an enormous boost for my self-esteem and my confidence, and it filled me with a tremendous sense of inspiration. And so I took Jack Lemmon's advice, and I came to New York, and I went to Juilliard right here in this complex. And then, after I began my professional career, 12 years after I first met him, I got the chance to audition to play Jack Lemmon's alcoholic son, Jamie, in a Broadway production of Long Day's Journey into Night. And once again, I found myself in a room with Jack Lemmon, and after I did my audition, he walked up to me, he put his hand on my shoulder and said, "I never thought we'd find the rotten kid, but you're it. That was a touch of terrific." So I won the role, and I did that production for nearly a year. And Jack became my friend and my colleague and my father figure and the most important mentor of my life. And Jack had a philosophy that he handed down to me and I've now adopted as my own, and that was, he used to always say, if you've done well in the business that you wanted to do well in, if you've achieved your dream, then it is your obligation to spend a good portion of your time sending the elevator back down to those emerging artists to help them get started. And that has become the guiding principle of my foundation, to foster the emerging talents of young men and women who are passionate about the arts. And it's why the work of the World Peace Orchestra is so important to me and why I'm proud to be a part of it tonight. The World Peace Orchestra, now mind you, doesn't just send the elevator back down, it sends the elevator to Korea and to Kosovo and to Cape Verde and to every corner of the globe, to countries suffering from famine and to those ripped apart by the chaos of sectarian violence. These young men and women on this stage tonight represent the diversity of our world, and they've come together to celebrate our humanity through the universal language of music. And it's fitting that we are here tonight in Lincoln Center, named for a president who, when he gave his first inaugural address, he did so to a nation fraught with conflict and on the brink of civil war. Abraham Lincoln found refuge, as many do, in the universal language of music. In that address, he used music as a metaphor to express his solemn hope for reconciliation, his firm belief that the fundamental bonds of humanity are greater than any superficial differences that we may have. And in that speech, Lincoln spoke of the mystical chords of memory, stretching from distant, violent, war-torn battlefields all the way back to our peaceful hearts. And he expressed the hope that those chords would swell again with the chorus of the Union when touched by the better angels of our nature. those same chords are still with us here. They are anchored in all of our hearts, and they stretch out to Rwanda, and to Haiti, and to Iraq, and to Egypt. They stretch across borders, and oceans, and cultures, and languages, even tonight, as our own country contemplates military action. So how fitting that we've come together tonight to celebrate peace. And it is those chords of our better angels that will touch us again on this stage. And it's in that spirit of human fellowship and communion that we gather. And just like an orchestra needs every musician to be working together in harmony to create beautiful music, the WPO wouldn't succeed without the collaboration of everyone involved. Tonight's effort has brought passionate, dedicated, and diverse people together. Students from Harvard have contributed their ideas. Business leaders have donated money. Musical mentors like violinist Alexander Markov and our acclaimed guest director, yeah, I didn't want to get that one wrong. Thank God for the internet. Instructors from Panama to Macedonia, Austria to Turkey, and the United States have lent their expertise and their guidance, and we want to say particular thanks to the Erdem family for all of their support. You can applaud, it's fine. There's no rule. Our incredible staff of volunteers have worked with energy and commitment. High-profile benefactors have given their attention and support. Educational speakers such as Deepak Chopra and board member Rita Cosby have given insight and inspiration. But most importantly, our brilliant young musicians from 50 different countries have blessed us with their time and their talent. For tonight, we will see and hear the undeniable evidence that while countries may go to war, it is culture that unites us. Ladies and gentlemen, it is my great pleasure to ask you to please join me in welcoming the 2013 World Peace Orchestra.